So far we've made a mouse controlled camera with clipping mechanism, created a movement system, and blended the animation with the movements. In this video I'm gonna make a roll mechanism with a simple and straightforward way. While the player is moving, if we press the spacebar, the player starts to sprint. What I want to do is, if I press and hold the spacebar, the player goes to the sprint mode, and if I tap the spacebar, the player executes a roll. To make a tap system, I'm gonna add a timer node and call it roll window. This timer will determine the maximum duration within which we're gonna consider a button press as a tap. I'm gonna set the process mode as physics, set the wait time as 0.5, and make it one shot so that it doesn't repeat by itself. In the code, I'm gonna create a new variable called roll magnitude, and in the input method, every time the spacebar is pressed, if the roll window timer is not running, I'm gonna start the roll window timer. This makes sure the timer doesn't start again before stopping. And if the spacebar is released while the roll window timer is running, the player is gonna execute the roll. This way, if you quickly press and release the spacebar, we'll get the tap to roll system we wanted. The roll can be done in many ways, but here I'm going to multiply the direction vector by the roll magnitude and assign it to the velocity vector. I'm also going to stop the roll window and set the roll active parameter of the animation tree as true to execute the roll animation. We also need to set the aim transition as 1, which is the not aiming state, so that if we press roll while we are aiming, we immediately go to the not aiming state. You can find the parameters path for each of the nodes inside the animation tree by hovering over the names here. So if I run this, you can see the player is rolling towards the direction. But if I'm in the aiming state, it doesn't seem to work. Also, if I keep pressing the spacebar, the player seems to be sliding around. We can fix this by making sure the roll doesn't execute again before ending. To do that, we need to check if the roll animation is not active while we are executing the roll. We do that again here while pressing the aim button so that we are only aiming when we are not rolling. So now it's working. If you feel like you want more control over the roll mechanism, you can change the acceleration while the roll is active, and also change the roll magnitude accordingly. You can customize this even more by creating another timer with the duration less than the roll animation and start the timer over here. And change the acceleration when the timer is running. This way the player would begin the roll with a different acceleration, and at the end, the player will decelerate with the previous one. This is how it looks like. And here is a side-by-side comparison of the first one and this one. So now we have a pretty cool third-person controller created in Godot game engine. I'm gonna make more of these tutorials, and I'd appreciate it if you guys gave me your opinions about what kind of tutorials you'd like to see in the future. So comment below about what you think my next tutorial should be. So that's it guys, thanks for watching the videos.